All right, last calculus lesson of the year here. 7.1, area of a region between two curves. So, suppose you have two curves intersecting in a coordinate plane, and you want to find the area between them. So we know that the integral represents the area beneath a curve. But you don't want the full area beneath the curve. You want the area between two curves, like here. Suppose you want that area there. And the top curve is f of x, the bottom curve is g of x, and you're evaluating it from a to b. This interval on the x-axis, a to b. Well, it's very intuitive, very simple. Just like you would do in geometry. If you wanted to find the area between two boundaries, you would just subtract them, right? So like, what you do is you find the area beneath the upper curve, which is f of x. You find that whole area, and then you're going to subtract out this bottom area here, which is precisely the area below g of x, which is this. So you take the area below f of x and subtract out the area below g of x, and what you're left with is the area between f of x and g of x. So that's it right here. So you could set that up with an integral. So the integral is just the top curve. So the top minus the bottom. The top is f of x in our example. The bottom is g of x. You set up the integral from a to b. You subtract them, the two functions within the integral, and then you integrate it. And that will give you the area between them. Very simple. Very intuitive. Alright, so let's try example 1 here. We have our top curve, which is x squared plus 2 right here. That's top. We have our bottom curve, which is just negative x. We have it on an interval from 0 to 1. Okay, so here's our integral. From 0 to 1. The top curve is x squared plus 2. The bottom curve is negative x. And you can put them in parentheses if you want. So f of x minus g of x. And then you just simplify that. So it becomes x squared plus x plus 2 dx from 0 to 1. You do the integral of all of them. So we're going to get x cubed over 3 plus x squared over 2 plus 2x. You evaluate from 0 to 1. So we're going to plug the 1 in. We're going to plug the 0 in, which we're just going to get 0 plus 0 plus 0. You subtract them. Remember how to do an integral, a definite integral. When you evaluate, you plug in the top, you plug in the bottom, you subtract the results. So this area comes out to 1/3 plus 1/2, which is 2/6 plus 3/6 plus 2, which is 12/6. You get 17/6 as your answer. We'll see you in the next video.